everyone. AmpRepairGuy.com, 203-892-4119. Also, HarbachElectronics.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. So today I am working on a Al572. So, band switch looks okay. Needs new straps for the parasitic board. Remove this mod that's no longer needed. I'm going to add gas discharge tubes down below, so you don't need this mod they did with gas discharge tubes. A lot of times this cap fails, this electrolytic. So it needs a new bias transistor over here. So I'm going to change that. So he had a short, one of the tubes shorted, so he took out the 2 amp slow blow fuse. I put a new one in and severely damaged the soft start resistor. So I'm going to replace that. I'm going to change the jumper leads for the line configuration point here. So we'll remove them and clean out the solder and install new wires and solder. Nice. Change the So-239s with new ones from Max Gain Systems. It's getting a brand new set of Penta tubes. Awesome company. It's like someone already changed it, like they made a mess with the thermal grease. So maybe I'll clean that all up. And okay, so I'm gonna get to work, and anything else I see I'll let you know at the end. I'll also tighten all the hardware and fix solder joints and do everything I normally do. Okay, so stay tuned. Also check these other transistors or two over here. Sometimes those will fail. Alright, see you soon. Bye. So someone's been in here before. Someone obviously changed at least 2 of the sockets. I'm going to carefully compress the clips. Did some horrible solder work here. Touch up on the grid. Some of the other solder joints too, especially the one for the grid over here. I'm going to change these 2 gas discharge tubes. So that's why you always want to make sure whoever you're sending your amp to is qualified. Had horrible solder joints for the line cord, the fuse holders, the line fuse holders, panel mount ones. So I clipped those down, and they were really long. The exposed conductor was long, so I clipped it down and resoldered both of them. Okay, I'm going to get back to work. See you guys soon. Okay, so I fixed the solder joints, compressed the socket clips, added new gas discharge tubes. I put a new wire in for one side of the filament. The other one wasn't long enough. I like going through the hole and soldering it, and they was just tack soldered on. So same wire that Ameritron used. I went through the hole in this one. This one was long enough, and was missing the internal tooth crush washer, and I put a longer screw in. So that's all set. Everything's soldered nice. And I always plug a tube into each socket. Put some deoxit gold on the pins. I always plug them in at least 3 or 4 times, not only to clean the inner clips, but also to make sure that they're plugging in and making good contact, and that there are no issues with plugging them in, because sometimes if these clips are bent, it'll actually push the clip outwards, and then it destroys the socket. Okay, so that's about it. I'm going to get back to work. See you soon. So I'm back with the completed Ameritron Al572. Customer wants to see it working on 20 meters. Get the radio set to roughly 50 watts. 1 kW slug, bird 43, PP kit is on. Go to key to amp. Audio hello, kilowatt, kilowatt. Audio hello, tit. Going into the bird dummy load. Tit. Audio hello. Audio hello. It's normal that the grid current meter does not move unless you drive it really hard. So I always test these to a kilowatt. They rate them for a little more, it'll do that, but I always recommend people run them at a kilowatt or less. Audio. You'll see set. Oh, sorry. There we go. So yeah, it's working. One more time. You see the settings. Okay, so I'll open it up and show you what I did. See you guys soon. There's the inside. Show you what I did real quick. Change the straps. Get rid of the cap over here and the diodes. Put new gas discharge tubes below. Compress the socket clips. Clean the socket clips. Fix the filament lead connections. Replaced one filament lead. Change the 2 amp low fuse. Put a new 10 ohm resistor in. Fix these solder joints over here. The line fuses. Fix these jumpers. Put new ones in. Change the transistor. Put new thermal grease behind it. Now it's nice and tight also. Fixed up other solder joints, tightened up the hardware, changed the So-239s, got brand new ones from Maxine Systems, brand new tubes from Penta Labs, awesome company, tweaked a couple of the inputs, and that's about it. If you need an amp repaired, feel free to give me a call. Also changed the meter protection diode, had some really sloppy solder work, so I just swapped it out. The other one was okay, but I swapped it. So again, if you need an amp repair, feel free to give me a call, 203-892-4119. Websites are amprepairguy.com and also hardbackelectronics.com. Clean the output rotary switch, input rotary switch with DX Gold, TR/bias, relay contacts, DX Gold, and soft start relay contacts, DX Gold. Sorry, I got the guys here still doing the boiler. It's second day, they're finishing it up. So I'm trying to make this video nice and quick. So next amp should be a 30L1 tomorrow. So stay tuned. 73. Oh yeah, one last thing. Longer screw for the base of the blade choke, and it was missing the internal tooth crush washer, and I put a longer screw in the top also. So, all set. 73.